Hi, I'm Chris Getz. Welcome to Ultimate Boxing. Let's train. You got to punch from the guard. You got to keep that right hand up, right? Good. Yeah, pace yourself, but you got to go for 30 seconds. Make sure your hands come from your guard, Shane. Make sure they come from the guard. Nice job, guys. Looking good. See, now always comes back to the jab. No matter what round it is, at what point in the fight, it's always going to start off the jab. Right, send that jab, find the right distance. There you go, that's good. Yeah, your uppercut's gotten stronger. Yeah, good job. Give it out. Okay, we're continuing with counterpunching against the jab. So far we have a lot of different things, and that makes sense because generally our opponent's going to lead off with the jab. So there's a lot of different ways, and he has a lot of different ways of throwing his jab. So far we've talked about jabs coming in where the shoulder was down a little bit, how he could come over top, and if the jab was angled up, angle the jab up, how he could come underneath it. Sometimes the jab is very narrow. This is the way actually I like to throw my jab, where it comes in very narrow like this. It's very hard for me to walk in, but when it's very narrow like that, it's also a little bit easier to slip. So I can slip to the inside. We've done a lot of outside slips, right? And the thing about an outside slip is kind of safe because now he can't hit me with the right hand. When I slip to the inside, okay, I'm a little bit open for that right, but at the same time I've opened up some very vulnerable targets on him. So what we're going to do is we're going to slip inside that jab. So as the jab comes in, we're going to slip in and just a slight lean over to the left side, left uppercut to the body. Okay, so again, throw the jab. Now you don't want to stop on the left uppercut because you are wide open. You've dropped that left hand. So I came in here, uppercut. Now I'm probably going to have to come back with a hook. If I don't come back with the hook, I can come back with the right hand. If I do that right hand, I got to finish the left hook, left jab. So I slip the jab, uppercut, right hand, left hook, and I jab my way back out. Now it's probably hard to see from that angle, so we're going to turn around and watch it this way. Okay, so stand right here a little bit. There you go. Okay, so with my hands down, I just want to show you how the head movement. So I'm coming into the inside. Now you can see I drop my left shoulder. I like to keep my left shoulder generally high, so if he does hit me, I can block with my shoulder a little bit. But since I have to kind of get down underneath that uppercut, when the jab comes in, so I'm leaning over to my left. Here are my hands up to my jaw. There's my guard position. See how my uppercut comes right from there? I have to drop into my left leg. I'm actually dropping as I throw the left uppercut up. The uppercut goes up, but I'm dropping. Now I can't stop here because you can see how open I am. So I'm either going to finish the left hook and jab my way back out, okay, or again, slip in, left uppercut, or right hand, left hook, and jab my way back out. So one more time, I slip in. Okay, one more time again. Okay, so we're still talking about how to counter the jab. So you can see there's a lot of different things you can apply against countering the left jab. Sometimes my opponent, if I can get him to reach on this jab a little bit, if I keep pulling my head away, get him a little frustrated so he starts leaning on the front leg like this. I lean on the front leg. I get him committed forward a little bit. I take a step to the right and I get a right uppercut. I get that right into the jaw. So if I can get him to lean his head forward a little bit with the jab, so do that, I can step off with the right foot, boom, right uppercut right into here. So watch that one more time. So I said jab, I get to the side, right uppercut, right into the jaw here. Lean forward a little bit just so you can see where people are where you're trying to get to. Right there. So it's a step to the right, okay, and I'm slipping the jab this way, and I go right into the right uppercut. I don't want to delay that. I want to try to get that a very seamless, almost one movement. Do it one more time. Step, uppercut. And again. Last time. there are a lot of jabs to cover, what he could possibly do. There's almost like an infinite number of angles. But let's talk about the jab the body. Now sit down, jab to my body if you would. There you go, good. I like leading off the jab the body because it's very hard to counter. I can't reach down there to get his body. His head's pretty well covered. So it's a hard move to counter. And that's why we lead off that left jab the body. And we're going to bring that up several times during these tapes. So bring that hand back. So when you do that jab, when he does that jab to the body, I got to take it on the body this way. So what I can do is he brings that jab back, try to come with the left uppercut, actually counter with the left uppercut. So I have to defend it, kind of eat that jab a little bit by taking it into my body and then try to come right back to the left uppercut. So jab and let it come back a little bit after you hit me. Boom, bop, and hit that left uppercut. There you go. Thanks. Sorry about that. Do it again. Uppercut. Right? I can switch right in there to the right uppercut. Let's watch that again. So here, left uppercut, right uppercut, left uppercut. Do a little uppercut combination on them. Here, boom, boom, boom. One more time. This is a hard move to counter, but I think that's one way we can get past that. Now let's assume our opponent here is trying to dissect us with his left jab. So he's going to apply a couple different angles of his left jab. And I'm going to show you how you may end up actually having to take that left jab with the right hand like this. So far when he's done his jab, I've shown you a couple different ways to defend. Mostly you want to block it. So throw your jab and I'm blocking it. Do that again. Good. One more time. Right. Now as he sees that I'm covering that constantly or consistently, he's going to fade off to the left and do his jab. Now I'm going to bring my right hand around like this in order to defend. Okay, go back. So fade off to the left. Boom. Right, I got to bring that right hand around like this. Now one thing that's very good about that, one more time, boom, is it sets me up for a nice left hook. So as soon as it squared me up, now if he's at a big distance, it's going to have to be a left jab. If I end up getting closer, I can turn it into a left hook. So I block it, boom, come in like this. One more time, or come back with a straight jab. Now you want to kind of plan ahead, so as soon as you hit him with the left hand, come back with your right hand, left hand after that. So you want to come back at least 3 punches. So he fades off, I block, left, right, left. Get myself back out. Always use that jab to clear yourself out. And again, here, pop, 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 jab, jab, get myself back out to the distance. One more time, boom. So I got to pick it up with this hand, boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's take a look at this from the other side. So far he's been jabbing me straight on, I've been blocking it like this. There you go, do it again. Right, so he's going to try to find new lines. So he fades to the left, he's going to try to come down that line right there. So go back. Now go step over. If I bring my left hand, I'm going to open myself up for the right. So I don't really want to do that. Come on back. So he fades off to the left. Boom, I want to bring my right hand around. Square up this way, block here. Okay, as soon as I do that, I'm going to answer with my left jab. Just one more time. So turn, boom. And what's good about this is it kind of loads you up for that left hand, helps get that hip behind the left hand, helps me drive right into it. So again, here, 1, 2, hook. And again. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the third angle of the jab. What happens is he's moving over a little bit to one side and angling back up with his jab. So go ahead and do that. Right, so he's trying to put his head in a protected position while he changes the angle of the jab and brings it up. So do that again. So as he does this, I want to get it over to the right side and counter with my right hand. So I'm going to step to the right as he does that jab, boom, and counter with my right hand this way. So there's a quick step to the right and the right hand. So here, and then a right across that way. Go ahead and go for my chin. Boom. And then right hand. So here, and then right hand over top. So I match his angles. He moves his head to that side. I move to the right. Boom. One more time. Now he has a lot of variety of angle that he can apply that jab. So when he's very narrow, I was going to the inside. And I'm going to the inside where it's very soft underbelly, and these are the primary targets. If I hit him hard here, I can very much affect him. I got a nice shot to the chin here also. but it's very dangerous because I got that right hand sort of pointed right at me, ready to fire. So when I go to the outside, so throw that jab where you kind of angle it back up. When I go around to this side and I hit him on the right, I got him closed off. You see, he can't really use that right hand at all. And also I can continue to walk around him, so I can just keep that angle coming this way. So once I close them off like that, even though my targets are kind of secondary, I can do a lot more with impunity. I'm not going to get punished while I'm punching him. So throw that jab. So I got to the outside, came back with the right hand, right? I'm just kind of hitting up on the temple. It's not a square shot on the jaw. And then I'm going to the body here, right? But they're going to have an effect. I can also kind of sometimes reach around a little bit and try to get towards that solar plexus or right towards the breadbasket. Okay, so I can work those angles once I get to the outside. But there is an advantage to going to the outside in the fact that I can't really get hit. He can't hit me with the right hand, right? And I can keep that left hand checked, so he can't use his left hand either. So the beauty of going to the outside is I can keep him closed off. Okay, now we've talked about countering the left. Now we have to think about what do we do if the right hand comes down. So we're going to have to counter the right hand. Now this is a little bit trickier because it's a very powerful hand, so if you don't time it correctly, you're going to pay a real big price. So when the right hand comes in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small step back and try to answer as quick as I can with my own right hand. So before his right hand gets back, I want to try to get down the center. This is pretty difficult, but through superior timing, I can get it done. So the right hand comes in, boom, that's it. One more time. So a small step, right? I got to step and be ready to return right away. So before I even execute stepping back, I have already had to made my plan to come back in so that I'm ready to respond once I take that step out. So he does his right hand, boom, and see I'm already poised, I'm up off my back heel, and I'm ready to drive right back in. Bang. Hopefully catch him in the chin before he's able to get back to his guard. So come back to your guard. All right, so do that again. So here, pop, try to get him right in the chin. If he's a good fighter, though, he's going to be well disciplined. He's going to, be careful of that, and he's going to defend very quickly. So go ahead and defend this time. Boom, right. And again. Right, so he's defense. So now I don't have that option anymore. So I'm going to have to look for a different way to counter that right hand. So what I'm going to do when he throws that right hand is I'm going to come all the way in and block with this hand. Okay, particularly if I've been here looking for my left uppercut and I'm squared up a little bit anyway, and that right hand comes in, I'm going to reach around, block it like this, and then try to come back down the center with my left. It's got a much more clear path to his chin. Let's look at it from this angle. So turn around here. So now what I'm doing is when the right hand comes in, oh yeah, now hit right into my hand. Right, so it's going to take it like that. Go back one more time. Boom. Now you notice I'm not stepping back. I'm trying to jam the move a little bit. Boom, pop, and come right back that left hand in that way. One more time. Bam. Boom. Try to get the jump on him. A very classic counter against the right hand is the left hook. So very, very often when he throws that right hand, I'm going to be able to come over top with a left hook. And what I have to do is I have to kind of step in a way that I would be avoiding that punch even without the left hook. So if that right hand comes down straight, I'm coming in this way. So do that again. So I'm just sliding there. Oops, excuse me. So I'm going to slide my feet here. Right, so I'm just shuffling, just like if I was shuffling in the same line that my feet are lined up right now. So I'm going right out this way. So as that right hand comes in, I'm shuffling, boom, and I'm opening them up for the left hook. So watch that again, left hook. Now the thing about this is I don't have to pull my hand away from my face in order to hit the side of his head. If I stay right in front of him, I have to get some space like this, and that's dangerous because I'm moving myself up. But what I'm doing is I'm moving to my left slightly, so I don't have to do that. I just start right from there. Just give a little by turn, pop, there's my left hook. So my left hook is going to cross his straight right. So my left hook is crossing his straight right. Bang, that's it. And again. Let's take a look at this from the other side. I have to struggle to keep that hook tight. It's very easy for it to get away from me. We all know about centrifugal force, and as I turn my body, my hand's going to want to go out. I have to struggle to keep it tight. It means I have to exercise my bicep muscle a little bit in order to keep that hand tight. So the right hand comes in, I'm sliding up this way, boom, very tight left hook. And let's go back. And again, bang. Right, so even on the target that I'm hitting, I'm almost clipping it. It's not like I'm hitting straight into the side of his head and trying to push him. I'm just throwing the hook, and I follow through, and I'm just trying to clip his chin as I go past it this way. And again, bang. Right. Now, if I can, I want to do a slight body turn this way. So even though I moved off to my left, I had to do a little bit of an angle change just to have my right hand here and just to set up my left hand enough. Now I want to keep it minimum because if I make it too gross of a movement, I'm going to open up for that right hand and I'll also give away my intention. So it's a very subtle movement, bang, right? And the other part of this is I have to anticipate that he's going to throw that right hand. So the art of being a good counterpuncher is I have to almost invite him to throw that right hand. So throw the right hand, bang, and that gives me the ability to anticipate where he's going to be open. And I already know what I'm going to do, so my reaction time or my response time will have been shortened. So throw that right hand again, bang, and just step right up to the left, left hook. So come here. Now you're on a new angle. Now make sure the right foot slides behind you and you're ready to drive straight in towards the center of his body. So after I slide up with the left hook, here, I want to make sure my feet are lined up so I'm driving off my back foot again. So I want to renew my attack right after my left hook, whether it's a 1-2, or if I'm going to go to the body, like that. I have to make sure my feet position correctly immediately after my left hook. So again, left hook and then stand, 1-2, uppercut, uppercut, hook, jab. Okay, last time, left hook, right uppercut. Now we're going to talk about counterpunching the left hook. So when he does his left hook, there's a couple ways he could throw that left hook. He, a lot of times, basically could go wide or it'd be real short. If he's throwing a wide left hook, come a little wide. I just want to take it this way. I actually want to put the weight into the hook. So do it again. So I put it onto my right leg, and I let the weight kind of settle on my right side. And I block with the outside of my glove right here. So do that again. Boom. One of the reasons I can do this is because the wide left hook doesn't have as much power as the tight left hook. So do that again. So I'm kind of getting ahead of him a little bit. Before he really generates too much power, I'm disrupting his flow, and I'm hitting him like this. Now, because he has a wide left hook like that, he's going to be open for the right hand. Boom. I'm going to come right back with the right hand like that. So watch again. Here, here. So there's my counter. One more time. Excuse me. Try it again. And I can follow that with the combination. So let's see that with the combination. Right, left, right, jab. Okay, one more time. Okay, let's take a look at that from a different angle. Okay, so we're talking about a defense against a wide left hook. So left hook comes in, right. Now I want to step. See, I'm stepping towards it. Do it again. Boom. So I'm sort of anticipating. And see how when I jam that hand, how I open this complete side of his body? And right from there, I throw the right hand in there. Turn the foot, or turn the hip, and let the foot get dragged into it. So watch my back foot here. Right, so make sure you get your body involved. We did all this work to get him open. You want to take advantage of it with a very strong shot. So again, left hook, here, boom. And with the combination, left uppercut, right hand, clear out with the jab. One more time. Here, right, left, right, jab. Now we're going to show a counter against a tight left hook. Now how I know he's going to be throwing a tight left hook or a wide left hook is from the distance we start. If we're in close like this, it's going to have to be a tight left hook. Now my hands are going to be up, so I see his body turn, he's going to throw a left hook. Boom. So I'm going to roll. This is a much more powerful shot. I probably don't want to risk taking my hand off my head at all, and I don't want to actually confront that power because he's going to have a lot of mass going into that left hook. So do that hook again. So I'm going to cover, I'm going to try to roll it in front of me. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to buckle into my knees a little bit and try to feed it in this way so it passes in front of me. So as it hits my hand, I try to like turn the corner so it kind of folds in like that. And again, boom. And what I'm going to do in this case is answer with my own left hook. Okay, again, boom. Okay, one more time, boom. Good. Okay, and it's probably clearer from a different angle. So if you'll stand over here, okay, move over just a little bit, right there, okay. So we're in tight, so how I got there, maybe I was attacking, he counters with the left hook, boom, I roll with it a little bit. So see, I take it into my knee and I turn. So do it again, here, answer with my own left hook, just come right back. So boom, boom. So you want to train yourself to come right back on that. So again, boom, boom. One more time. Boom, boom, boom. Set him up for that straight right. Here. Boom, boom, boom. Always clear off with the jab. Finish the left hand. Even if he's gone, he dropped, he's out of this picture, throw the left hand anyway. Just make that like a habit. So again, here, boom, boom, boom. One more time. Here, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Now we're going to talk about countering a left hook to the body. So just your left hook first. So throw the left hook in. I'm going to take it on my body. My hands are here anyway. My right arm's always held my body, so he's almost punching right into my guard. And from here I'm going to sit into the guard, sit into it, buck a little bit, and then come back with a right uppercut. So do that again. All right, let's look at it from a different angle. And then we're going to do it in a combination, show you how this really works. So reach in there, left uppercut, here, and come right back. Here, right? I got to take my weight on my knee, so I got to bend that back knee, kind of buckle my body a little bit, take it, right? I don't want to take my hand off my chin here. I got to keep them all kind of together. Boom, and then uppercut. And again, bop, right there. Okay, now let's go back to the original angle. So come back over here, and we'll do this from two angles too. So usually this is going to be in a combination. So go right hook, left hook, right hook, left hook. So the guy's beating on my body, boom. And then after a few punches, I get a chance to time him a little bit better and counter. So go ahead. Right hook, left hook, bang. Comes right in there. It's much more natural. Now we're both sitting down. Sometimes that right hook actually goes to the body. So go ahead. Here, 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 here. Come right into the body. Come right into the body. The good thing about this is where I like to fight. My reaction time out here depends on my visual reaction time. When I see his punch and how I can get my body going. I'm not as fast as that as when I can feel where he is. So when I'm in close, my tactual response is much faster. So when I feel those punches, I can feel where he's going a little better. And I actually respond a little quicker. So you don't know where you're going to be a good fighter. You might be an inside fighter. You may enjoy being in here. Get a lot more opportunities to hit the guy back. Come over here. Another good thing about fighting in close, you don't have to go looking for the guy. Boom. Now we're going to talk about countering the right uppercut. So the right uppercut comes into the jaw, boom. I'm going to take it this way on the palm like this. I could also take it on my forearm, but if it gets past that forearm, I got to take it here on my palm. Left hook. The left hook's right there. In fact, that's one of the reasons why you don't lead off with the right uppercut. In fact, you don't throw the right uppercut very often at all because you're so vulnerable for the left hook. So he throws that right uppercut, boom, pop, we'll hit him with the left hook. Again, bang, that way. Bang, bang, bang. Try training myself to answer with 3 punches. So if he comes in here, left hook, right hand, left hook. Pop, pop, pop. Now Shane is like taking these shots. I'm trying to use good control, but I want to mention right now, he's keeping his chin into his jaw. So he's minimizing how much his head actually moves when he gets hit. And he's going to have to do that because in a boxing fight, you're going to get hit. There's nothing you can do about it. You might get hit less than your opponent. You may not get hit very hard, but you're going to end up getting hit. And how you position your head is very important to how you can weather the fight or how you can weather that individual punch. So his chin is down, so I'm hitting him. He's in a very strong position. His shoulders are up, his chin's down. I'm hitting him, and I'm hitting his head. His head's a noggin. It's hard. Right? I'm not going to hurt his head. The only thing that's going to hurt him is if I can twist his head, if I twist his brainstem. So if he can keep his chin down like this and weather the blow, he'll be fine. Okay, so he's letting me hit him very, very lightly just to show you where the targets are actually going to in this combination. So again, you're going to do a right uppercut. So I'm going to take it here, left hook. And again. All right, and see how I have a habit of sitting out. So now what I do, I don't just drop my hands and stop and get ready for the next combination. in this drill, I bring my hands back and I sit out. So one more time, pop, 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 sit out. Right? It's just a habit I have. Now let's turn around and look at it from a different angle. There's the defense right here, left hook. In fact, let me just give him a chance. If he's doing that right uppercut, see, I'm open for the left hook also. So I got to make sure I'm ahead on the beat. So again, pop, boom, right? See that? One and. So we're talking about that syncopated beat. So it's between the beats. Pop, boom. I got to be right there. I don't want to go do it again. All right? Because his left hook would be on my head by that time. I have to be ahead of the beat a little bit. Pop, pop, pop. Okay, now we're going to talk about how we can counter the overhand right. So come on in here if you would. The right hand's going to come over top. I'm going to go underneath. As I come up underneath this way, because I have so much room to get underneath this, do it again, I'm going to come through with the right uppercut. So let's look at that action again. I'm going underneath, right, and I'm turning in. So look at my body. So it doesn't take very much just to put my hand out there a couple inches and catch that weight on my right hand. And then I'm going to come back, hook, hook. So hook to the body, and then hook over top to the head here. Let me see that again. So I'll go underneath, right uppercut, and then I'm going to finish off. I don't want to stay here, so I'm going to go hook, hook, boom, and clear myself back out. So again, underneath the right hand, boom, come with the right uppercut, boom, boom, double left hook to finish up. Okay, let's take a look at that from a different angle. So if you'll stand over here, okay, move just a little bit that way. Okay, you're going to come over top of the right hand, boom, that's it. Now, this works a lot better if you're already in a crouch. If I'm kind of trying to sit down underneath the man's guard, I'm trying to get inside his guard, it's easier to get underneath his punch. If I'm very straight, I'm not going to be able to do that. In fact, I'll cover how to defend or how to counterpunch from that position in just a moment. But right here, I'm in my crouch. The right hand's coming up towards my temple. I'm going to go underneath, right uppercut, and then finish up with a double hook. One more time. So go underneath, boom, right uppercut. Good. One solid movement, go. Here's another defense in the overhand right. Now, what happens is I'm standing here with my left hand a little bit low, and I'm also in a little bit taller stance. When my left hand's low like this, it's easy to punch with, so I can really, torment the guy with a jab over like that. He's going to be tempted to come over top of it. When he does, I'm going to kind of roll with the shot. So I'm going to do a shoulder block. So the shoulder block's going to come. I have my right hand also up to kind of take the shot, so it might end up taking on my right hand. So my defense is like this. Do it again. So here, right, I'm a little higher in my stance, so this is why I'm going to have to choose this one, and then just left hook over top. It's going to be a looping left hook. But I'm already sideways, and I've already gotten to the outside of his right hand, so I don't have to worry about getting hit so much. And that time, I can take my hand off my chin and loop the shot. Let me say here, I don't really advocate boxing with your left hand down, but it's going to happen from time to time, so we should cover it. So throw that right hand in, take it here, left hook. And again, here, boom. I'm trying to continue the motion, so when he hits me, I'm rolling it off, and I'm just sort of rolling again to the shot. So I'm kind of rolling and rolling. So here, here. It's like two little circles. Roll, roll. Here, here. Let's take a look at it from a different angle. Okay, so the right hand's coming in. I'm using my shoulder block. You see, I want to get completely sideways. I don't want to get many targets to hit. So where can you hit me up there? Hit me with the right upper. Hit me with the right overhand right. See where you're going to hit me. Not many places to really catch me. If you hit my head's very strong. We're talking about stabilizing the head. My head's pushed into my shoulder. It's not going anywhere. So hook, a right overhand right, bang, right there. Bang, right uppercut, left hook, clear out. One more time. Here, bang, bang, pop, pop. Okay, now we're going to talk about counter-punching off the right hook. So the right hook's coming into the body here. So throw the right hook. There you go, right. So first of all, I got to make sure my hand's on my side and I can take that shot. This guy's going to try to intimidate. He's going to try to bury my elbow right into my side. Do it again. Right, a little bit harder. Let me feel it. Pop. And what I want to try to do is I want to try to answer with a right uppercut. Now, I don't want to square up on that right uppercut because I may open up a target for him to hit with the right hand. I want to kind of uppercut across my body. So I'm coming across my body with that uppercut. So do it one more time. Boom. Now, he's going to probably come back to the left hook, so I want to make sure that I got my hand right back here. So here, pop, and I come back to the left hook. Right, I got to make sure that hand's up there ready to take it. One more time. Boom. If that hook comes underneath, I can go underneath it. So do it again. Pop. Right. Pop. All right, take that shot. So here you go. Pop. 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 Yeah, these are the counter punches I like. I like the punches that come into the center. So whenever I can, I want to get inside his guard. Just like the soft underside of a lobster. He's got big claws here, but if I get to the inside, it's going to be soft. That's where I'm going to get what I want. So do it again. So here, and then that left hook, I'm inviting that left hook, but I should be able to get underneath it. One more time. Make it almost one movement. Ready, go. Okay, now we're going to take a couple different counter punches and thread into a body head attack that he's throwing. So very slowly, right hook to the body, left hook to the body. Now I'm taking those first two because I'm trying to get an idea of his timing. Coming with the right hook, boom, and the left hook to my head, boom. Right, okay, so at a moderate pace now. Here, again. Let's take a look at this from the other side. Okay, so start at a moderate pace first. Here's a way we can counterpunch when my opponent doesn't even throw a punch, when he just puts the pressure on me. So a lot of times my opponent is going to be the offensive fighter. Generally, your counterpuncher is going to be a defensive fighter, so he's probably going to be moving back. So step in. Right. So as I step back, he steps in, puts the pressure on me. Let's look at that again. So we're going to take equal steps. He doesn't want to run into my shot, so he's going to be measuring his steps to kind of equal mine. So I step back 1, 2, 3, and he keeps moving forward like that. Let's go back. Now this time on the fourth step, I'm going to shorten my step up. He's probably going to continue with the same size step he's been taking, therefore kind of running into my punching range. So here we go. Very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just shorten that step up. Throw my shot so you run into my hand. Let's go back. Okay. We'll keep it slow, but we'll do it a little bit smoother. Okay, ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Let him run in on the fourth shot. Okay, one more time. And again. Good. So just by varying the depth of my step, I got him to run into my punch, but that would still be considered counter punching. Okay, here's some other ways to counter a fighter. Now what I want to do is I want to be able to predict what he's going to do. So I want him to jab. So I want you to jab at my chin, right? Now how I make you jab at my chin is I stick my chin out there, right? So you go after it, yeah. And I just make it look like that's the way I fight. I fight with an exposed chin. That's my bad. So you go after it. So do your jab. That's it. Good. And what I also try to do is let you get pretty close to me. So do the jab again. Just say maybe you're touching my whiskers right here. Right? All right. I don't want to get knocked out, but I want to try. I'm in control of the fight. I'm in control of the distance. And what I want to do is I want to reward my opponent to throw that jab. So I want to make a look for that jab. That's it. Right. And what also I can do is maybe not pull completely out of the way. Maybe I shorten up how I get out of the way here. Now, when I'm ready, I feel like I have this timing down. He throws that jab, boom, I fall right back in. So do it again, boom, boom, right. So I pull away from the shot. One more time. Now, you don't want to do this exactly in the beginning of a bout. You want to try to work around, make him throw that jab so you get to pattern him a little bit. one of the things you may want to do is when you throw the jab, is actually just shuffle out of the way. See, my body stays nice and vertical, and do it again. And again, right. And let him get close to your chin. Do it again. All right, there you go, very good. That was a nice jab. Do it one more time. Good. Now, when I'm ready to kind of execute my movement, I just kind of lean or pull back with my upper body. Now do the jab, boom, right, and then I can come right back in. Now the advantage is this. Up to this point, when he did the jab, do your jab, I stepped out of the range. Now, in order to hit him, I had to step in. That takes a long time. He probably would block that. So, do it again. All right. So just before him to throw that jab, by barely getting to me, and I step out of the range, I'm too far away to hit him, but he's feeling pretty good about himself, like he may be able to actually hit me hard. Now, once I have this timing, you throw the jab, I just lean back, and then I counter with my right hand. Do it again. Boom, come right over top. Boom, right over top like that. One more time. Boom, right. So you got to bait the guy or you have to draw him. It's an old boxing terminology, feint and draw. Feint and draw. Fake your opponent, move around, and draw his move or draw his hands away from his chin. Another way to get my opponent to punch at me is to put some pressure on him. When he punches on me, I can counter punch him. So I want him to punch at me again because when he does punch at me, he's going to be opening up certain targets. Now, I'm going to stand out here. Now, watch how I use my left foot to sort of gauge the distance. So when he jabs like that, he's going to miss me. So I'm putting the pressure on him. So he feels the pressure, and I'll do the jab again. Right. So I'm pulling the jab out of him by putting that pressure. Right, now he's going to be backing up a little bit, so I put the pressure on him, right, like that. So as I put the pressure, he's going to try to use that jab in a defensive manner. He's going to be backing up and using that jab to kind of stave me off. So watch again. Okay, so the jab here, and then jab, and then one more time, I'm going to sit underneath it, and I'm going to come right back with the right hand. So I'm putting pressure on him. Every time I put that pressure on him, he's like backing up and looking to punch at me to kind of hit me, hurt me. Okay, and I'm going to get, when he punches at me, I'm going to take advantage of that and hit him where he's open. Okay, so here we go. So throw the jab, I come in, here, bang, right. So this works really good if your opponent uses the left jab as a defense. So I got a tall, rangy fighter, trying to put pressure on him, close that distance, and again, so I'm going to be coming in, working to the other side of that jab, bang, right. So we're using a couple of slips and a couple of sits to get in there. And again, here, boom, good. Let's do it one more time. Here, boom. Okay, let's turn around. Let's look at it from this angle here. Okay, so same thing, I'm putting pressure on you and I'm pushing you back. Okay, so I come in here, right, here, boom, that's it. Now keep the shot directed in my head. I'll have to move my head, make this drill work. And again, here. Right, so by putting pressure on my opponent, I can force him to punch. And when he punches, he's going to open himself up, and that's how I'm going to counter him. Another way I can counter punch my opponent is if I change my intensity from being very intense to kind of be relaxed. If I get him to follow my intensity and relax, a lot of times I can jump on him right there. So if I'm putting the pressure on him like I did last time, now start throwing your jab, I'm sitting in, get underneath it, and then I just kind of relax, and as his hands drop, sort of following my lack of intensity, jump right back in on him again. So watch how I do that. So I'm down in my stance, I'm in a very low crouch, I'm trying to work underneath his shot. So start throwing your jab, here, just kind of relax a little bit, boom, then come right back in again. So after you kind of straighten your knees and relax, and let your hands kind of go soft, like you're taking a break, then you come back in. Particularly if your opponent is kind of moving backwards and he's not engaging you, he's going to take that opportunity to relax. So I'm putting that pressure on him, trying to cut the ring off, trying to get underneath his shots, and then I just kind of feint as if I'm just tired of trying, I take a break. And as I relax, since he's not being aggressive and he relaxes, I jump on him at that point. So let's watch how I might do something like that. So I'm using my sits and my slips to get in on the guy. So here we go. So I'm going to slip, sit, and then I just kind of take a break, and then bang, bang, come right back in with my attack again. So sometimes with a sudden change of intensity, I can make my opponent relax, and I'll take advantage of them. Let's take a look from this side. I'm going to be putting the pressure on him, and watch how I suddenly change my intensity. So here I am, down in my stance. He starts jabbing at me, so I slip, sit, and just kind of relax. As he relaxes, boom, boom, come right back in on him again. Now, let the distance open, so you're probably going to relax out of the distance. So here we go again. So jab, sit, and then just kind of relax. bang, bang. Take advantage of the time he relaxes. Okay, I'm going to put the pressure on my opponent. When I suddenly change my intensity to be a little bit more relaxed, I'm going to catch him unawares. So here I am. I'm putting the pressure. He's a backward fighter. He's moving backwards as he's jabbing at me. So I'm moving in there, slipping, sitting. As I kind of relax and he relaxes, boom, boom, I jump right back in on him again. So watch again. So I'm sitting there. I'm putting the pressure, right? I'm coming in here, sit, bam, bam. As I relax, he relaxes, and I take advantage of that. This is some infighting counterpunching. Now a lot of times, I got an aggressive opponent, I'm an aggressive fighter, we're in here tight, we're exchanging some real hard blows, and we tend to get a little bit too tight. Now, we're not grabbing or holding each other at this point, but we're in that range. Now he's going to hit me with a left hook. Right, but see, he's a little wide on that hook. He can't quite get the full pressure. Do that again, because I'm just too tight. When I feel that he's too tight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back, open up the distance, and throw my left hook. So I'm actually going to move backwards with my left hook. In actuality, this is probably the way you're going to throw your left hook most of the time. You're going to start from an in-tight position, and you're actually going to have to open the distance and give yourself room to punch. So we're in tight here like this. Everybody's punching. You're using your hands to guard your side. Right, just kind of weather some of the blows. And as soon as you feel like the guy's a little bit too close, a little bit off balance, throw your left hook. Boom. I'm going to step back, open up, and throw my own left hook. Do it again. Boom. Bop. Right, and I can use the defense off his hook to feed into my left hook because I'm going to take it, kind of rebound off my left side, add that added energy into my left hook. Okay, so here we are too close. So here, boom, bop. Right, look at the footwork. It's very subtle. It's very quick. So again, you do your left hook, here, and walk right back with it. One more time. Boom. Now, I'm going to come back with my right hand. If I hit him with a left hook and I knock him out, fine. If he defends against it, it's usually going to be with his right hand right here. And that's going to open him up from my right hand right down the middle. And I'm going to close off with a left hook. So as I step back, I'm going to plan a three-punch counter. So we're in tight like this. So he goes left hook, here, step, bop, bop, bop. And again. Okay, so here we are, we're very close. Now he goes to the left hook. Okay, watch how close. So we move in, he's putting pressure on me, I'm putting pressure on him. Now we're too close. Now before the referee steps in and separates us, I'm going to open up the distance and punch. All right. This is an example of punching your way out of a clinch. You don't always want to be clinched up, you want to open up and punch your way out. Keep yourself punching, keep doing damage. Let's take a look at it from a different angle so you can appreciate some of the fine qualities here. So I'm in close like this. So he's using his right hand to sort of check my movement, and I'm using my right hand to check his movement. You can see that it'd be very easy to be too tight for a left hook. Okay, let's take a look from this angle and we'll try to appreciate some of the finer points. Now, we're both being aggressive, so we've both moved in. I'm putting pressure, he's putting pressure. Now we're kind of in like this. Now I'm checking with my right arm, he's checking me with his right arm. Now, before either of us start punching, you can see that we're going to be a little bit too tight to really do too much damage. Now, I can sort of hit him here like this. Sometimes in a clinch, you'll see people kind of punch towards the kidney and try to soften the guy up. But what I want to do is I want to be the first person to step back and open up the distance, boom, and throw my left hook. I'm so close, I actually have to back up in order to give myself room to punch. So from here, boom. Now, the best time to do that is right after I absorb one of his shots. So he's going to come with a left hook, boom, and then I'm going to step right back. Because if he's turning into it, see, I'm going to catch him flush in the face. Let's do that again. So here, the left hook, right, and that's going to open him up a little bit. Boom, and I'm going to come right back with my own left hook. But you notice I did a little footwork to open up the distance. So let's try it again. So he's here. Now he can just stay right there for a second. He'll just hit me in the body a little bit. Right. So I know that's what he's looking for. He's looking for that left hook. And as soon as I feel left hook up top, boom, step back, boom, my own left hook. And again, boom, pop. And I just draw right back into my own left hook. Here, I open them up, finish with the right hand, left hook to clear myself out. I can even add a jab to it. Okay, let's watch it one more time. So we're in tight, okay, and I feel him hooking on me. Boom, open up the distance. Good, one more time. Pop, pop, pop. A good way to counter a guy is to try to occupy the center line. So if I have an opponent who closes the distance, he starts doing a right hook and left hook, coming in here like this, keep going, just keep punching, right? He's trying to beat me down here. Again, he's going across my guard. It's kind of difficult. And what I want to try to do is occupy that center line. Now, when I throw these punches, I got to be careful not to expose myself as I do so, because that's exactly what he's looking for. So I have to keep my hand on my chin. So as he's doing the right hook, left hook, I got to kind of get down with it. Not take my hand off my chin. I got to bring my hand down below the target line here with my body. Come here, and look, I have to lean over. There's my left, right, left. And these are hard shots. These are powerful uppercuts. So go back over how to generate power for the uppercut, and then come back to this drill. So he's doing the hooks again. Here, 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 here. Uppercut, uppercut. Right, as soon as I can back him off with a straight right, left hook, that's what I'm going to do. So get him up, get a little distance, back him up here, left hook, jab, get him back out the distance you want him. So we're in tight, he comes in here, he starts attacking the side of my body, right, hit me hard, hit me hard. Keep going, come on. See, so it's easy to time, just got to wait on him a little bit. Do it again. Okay, one more time. Okay, let's take a look from this side. When the guy starts hooking on you like that, do your hooks. Don't panic and don't reach up and grab on him necessarily, and have to be broken up. Take this opportunity to counterpunch him. So he's working on the punches here. You can take it, learn to roll with it. Go ahead and take a few shots. It's not going to hurt all that much. Boom, bop. Then you just feed right into those uppercuts. As soon as you hit him a couple times, you back him up with a straight right. Right? Now you see I'm still inside that guard here. Boom. So watch again. So the first few shots, they all come inside his elbows. Here, see? Right there, here, here. Now I'm trying to minimize how much I pull that hand off. So I don't want to stand up here and try to do it this way, because do that hook to my chin now. See, I'm just going to be very open. So I want to get down underneath it. Look at the leverage I have. Come up underneath that uppercut. So again, he's doing the hooks on me. Hook, 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 pop. Come right in there. Back him up here. Let's go like a half speed. Ready? Go. This concludes our counterpunch tape. This is just the beginning. It's not the end. There's a lot of different things you can do. Study this tape. See if you can come up with some other opportunities where you can defend, how you can counterpunch. Try not to expose your guard at any time. That's what I want to try to focus on. When you're punching, don't pull your hands away from your face in order to counterpunch somebody. Try to punch from the guard. Always remember that. Punch from the guard. I hope you're having as good time as I am with boxing. I'll see you on the next tape.
Why you ain't go right under that? Go to the side of it. Go to the side of it. Go to the side of it. Upside down, man.